killing your wife, niece. Weird how there isn't a specific aside for that one.
And why is that a mistake of the episode? Oh, you don't have an actual reason? Cool.
Let's see what your Lord Paramount is made of.
Eventual dialogue from the inevitable Streaming Wars movie franchise somehow makes it into the episode.
A cringeworthy joke that nobody laughed at somehow makes it into the video.
Damon being an awkward ass by picking the urinal closest to poor young Tully.
Which fits Damon's character perfectly, so what was your point?
How fares your grandsire?
He lies in a kind of waking sleep.
Well, apparently the Lord of the Riverlands has been keeping up with this season of House of the Dragon too.
Do you ever stop eating?
I'm hungry.
I was not told his savior was so comely.
Describing your bastard stepson as comely. The poor man has an uphill battle as it is without this confusing boner to contend with.
Discount Jeremy says boner.
He was the sailor who plucked you from your watery grave.
I did not think it relevant.
If only the show was of the same mindset. Maybe we could all be spared the soap opera inspired he is the father drama.
Kristen Cole's host has taken to exploiting the tree cover to conceal its movements. He now only travels by night to confound our dragon.
Hold on a second. Are we saying the dragons are confused beyond all usefulness by darkness? They can't spot an entire f***ing army because it's nighttime? How is a lack of lumens their one true weakness? Don't they live in a f***ing cave?
And this sin right here demonstrates the dishonesty of TVSins perfectly. Bayless said that Kristen Cole is using the tree cover and darkness to move his forces, not just darkness. But Discount Jeremy is predicating this entire sin on Cole only using darkness.
You should have burned them when you had the chance.
Armchair quarterbacking a dragon war.
Armchair pointing things out on the screen.
I know the Riverlands. He has more disentangling ahead of him than the end of a Lycini orgy.
Comparative metaphors that I have to look up in order to feel included. Lisa's only been mentioned like 6 times in like 13 years, and I have so many weird dragon names to remember. Not to mention all the Aegons, the Daemons, the Aemons, and the Raymonds.
Discount Jeremy has Alzheimer's, dementia, and amnesia all at once ex machina.
Council is rudderless.
No, rudderless would mean that Rhaenyra was here, but she didn't have people like Alfred to give instructions to, which we all might actually prefer.
That's just your personal opinion, and I guess also the opinions of your mindless sycophants, but given your less than impressive track record, and the fact that you didn't bother to justify your opinion, I can't accept this.
What has come of this council?
I know this is pretty much how it would go down, but it's really not a good look for the show to have Corlys swoop in and save the day here.
So you started this sin by mentioning the exact thing that renders the entire rest of the sin invalid. Thanks for doing my job for me.
Oh, a battle! Let's go! It all happened off screen again, didn't it?
Give me the bill.
No, I got it. Oh, no.
No, 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 no. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. No, 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 no.
It doesn't do me much good to have subtitles for your High Valyrian if I still have to Google the words on the screen, damn it.
Sinning the episode for your stupidity.
That is a rich indulgence.
The fact that Larys can apparently tell what this pot contains by sight alone suggests that the good maester should add some variety to the delivery containers for his planty.
But why? Are you going to explain how this is a mistake of the episode? No? Okay.
So considering Alicent wouldn't even tell the maester who the anti-baby potion was for, I can't believe she so haphazardly left it on the table to be discovered by whichever man next chooses to violate her privacy.
Alicent made a mistake, not the episode. Once again, you're expecting characters to never make mistakes, which is really, really dumb.
He's covered himself in glory, to be sure.
And maybe one day the show will cover us in his glory by actually showing one of these battles on screen.
The war will be fought, many will die, and the victor will eventually ascend the throne.
Making promises that this season will refuse to deliver.
People ask me if Survivor's fun. I tell them hell no. Survivor ain't fun. Going on a cruise is fun. You know, going fishing's fun. Going to play golf's fun. This ain't fun. I mean, look at me. Golly.
See, Daemon is following an eye-patched version of himself because he's more like Aemon than he wants to admit, because subtlety is just not in this castle's hallucinatory vocabulary.
I'm sorry, but you of all people accusing this show of not being subtle enough is wild. You struggle to understand the basics of storytelling, and you make countless mistakes in every single video, and you never understand any nuance, and yet you're giving this a sin? Give me a break.
It's a touch late to be stalking about a strange castle putting its people to the sword.
Well, unfortunately, there weren't any unstrange castles available to him, and his dragon won't fit in the corridors.
Cringeworthy joke is worthy of cringe.
I'm called Alice.
Oh, I don't know why she's scheming or why she's in the know. Will Damon do a treason? Will we even care to know?
Discount Jeremy tries to sing in a video cliche.
Bastard.
Once you get to know me, you'll find I'm not so bad.
And you'll have plenty of time to get to know her because wandering Harrenhal and talking to Alice is all Damon does in this episode.
And Discount Jeremy doesn't understand character development. Because of course he doesn't.
Here, drink this.
Accepting this beverage from a self-proclaimed witch in a strange castle that you just stole. Also, hang on a minute. Is this the same Damon that upon arriving at Harrenhal refused to eat dinner or drink wine because he was worried about being poisoned? Then a witch tells him he'll die in the castle and offers him a goblet of bloody things, and he's all clink clink bottoms up.
It seems to fit Damon's character. He doesn't trust the lords because of the conflict currently happening, but he does trust the witch because, from his perspective, she has the answers that he's seeking about the things he's seeing.
Bore me. You all bore me.
And yet, somehow, it appears to be a mystery to Aegon as to why everyone insists on ruling without him.
It's called characterization, my guy. Try to keep up. Arrogance is a very powerful thing.
Also, I'm kind of with Aegon. Remember when these small council meetings used to be fun? You have Littlefinger being a scheming creep, Tywin being a plotting bastard who's tired of everyone's Varys verbally slaying everyone in sight. All we have here is Larys, who I think we only like because his name rhymes with Varys, and a selection of blank faces that the show has given little to no personality. I'd be skipping these meetings too.
Oh, so you haven't actually been watching the show? That's a weird thing to admit.
Those men at your council table earned their seats.
Believing that anything at King's Landing is a meritocracy. I'm pretty sure the Lannisters just buy their seat on the council. Sir Criston is essentially failing upwards thanks to Alicent and Aegon pushing him away from death. Aemon has a dragon, so no one's arguing with him. And as previously mentioned, I don't even know enough about the other council members to argue for or against their qualifications. No, I won't read the bloody books until George bothers to finish writing them.
Pretending that you know how to read. Also, you're taking Alicent's words at face value. This is merely what she thinks. The episode isn't suggesting that it's the truth.
We shall move now and strike by day. They will not expect it.
They will not expect it because it is f***ing madness.
Cole's confident because he knows that Vhagar will be at Rook's Rest to back them up. Sweet. But why is he keeping a secret from Sir Slowhorses over here? I mean, it's a great way to hide the plan from the audience, but isn't there some advantage to telling your number 2 guy what the f***ing plan is in case he accidentally f***s it up through ignorance?
Yes, it would be advantageous, but once again, you're completely ignorant about the concept of characterization. Criston Cole is incredibly arrogant and he butts heads with Gwaine, so keeping this plan to himself makes sense for his character.
Either I win my claim, or die.
Episode makes the bold move of confirming that Rhaenyra is, as we suspected, exactly where she was at the end of Season 1.
The end of Season 1 marked the beginning of the conflict. This is Rhaenyra accepting the fact that war is inevitable. Conflict doesn't automatically necessitate war, buddy.
We'll go.
My queen.
Send me.
No.
You must send me, Your Grace.
Hey, can you wake me up when they figure out which Pokemon to use and the dragon starts?
Be shy. Just talk to her.
I love you.
Okay? No, just
What do you mean, again? Rhaenyra just said...
I inherited 80 years of peace from my father.
Either Rhaenys is a lot older than we thought, or someone's being very flexible with their definition of peace.
There was the war for the Stepstones, which is the most likely candidate. And no, that doesn't contradict Rhaenyra's line about inheriting 80 years of peace because the Stepstones are not in Westeros. If you take her line in context, she was referring to peace within Westeros.
Also, I keep forgetting that a key motivation for Rhaenyra is based on protecting the realm from a zombie uprising that one of her relatives once had a dream about over 100 years ago. Just because it ends up being right, it doesn't make it any less of a weird thing to go to war over.
You're joking, right? Do you not realize that people throughout history have gone to war over their alleged gods and other superstitions, not to mention countless other weird motivations? This sin is bullshit.
Again, maybe if all the people with the ability to screw up the master plan were made aware of the master plan, shit like this wouldn't happen.
Discount Jeremy double dips cliche.
This was your secret plot, Carl. For the king himself to lay ambush and mayhap die in the attempt.
Nope. It just so happens that Aegon managed to time his spontaneously unplanned arrival exactly with the signal arrows that you just released. I know Aegon knew the battle was happening, but this timing is insane when you think about it.
So you admit that he knew the battle was happening, which makes it much more likely for him to have good timing, but you still sin it? Come on, man.
Okay, cool shot, but why the f is Aemon approaching the battle from this low? He doesn't have the excuse of being drunk like Aegon, so why isn't he attacking from way the f up in the clouds?
He says this while showing Vhagar beginning to ascend.
I am small dragon. I bite.
Skip.
Dracarys! Look, I know I've been crying for some dragon action all this season, but now it feels icky. Every time they come out to play, one or more of them dies. I don't want my dragon math to glide us in the wrong direction, but I think there are fewer than 20 dragons out there in the world, right? That is beyond endangered. So if one of them dies, I feel like it needs to be for a really good reason and not just because Aegon is drunk driving and Aemon had his feelings hurt in a brothel that one time.
Could you please shut up? And that goes for all you. I can't listen to your for one more damn second.
So I know Aemon hates Aegon, but what the f did Sunfire do? Dragons are a precious commodity and you're going to kill one of your own? Aemon's a smart man, and it's pretty disappointing that this is his best tactic to get rid of Aegon, a person he's been manipulating just fine up until now.
What do you want him to do? Politely ask Aegon to get off his dragon so that he can stab him, which is much more difficult to cover up than having Aegon get caught in the crossfire of a dragon battle?
We're led to believe that these two are experienced dragon riders. So is this how most dragon fights end up? In a flaming death spiral?
Simply asking a question does not automatically necessitate a sin.
Damn it, Rhaenys. What does she think she's doing? She has been set up as one of the most formidable dragon riders in the world, so how has she been outmaneuvered by this shit? Why was she flying so low to the ground? Sudden altitude sickness? There is no way she believes Vhagar is out of this fight, so why isn't she in f***ing orbit trying to find him?
She was trying to find him. Sure, in the heat of battle, she made the mistake of not going higher, but again, that's not a mistake of the episode, it's a mistake of the character within the episode.
Oh!